updates on sports stories across the globe. Aaron Akirijola joins us. Good morning, Aaron.
Yes, good morning to you, Ayo. Good morning to you, Doctor. Good morning to you, Rufai. Okay, let's get it started with the Super Bowl 57. Kept me up all night, and I must say that it was well worth it.
Yeah.
As the Kansas Chiefs actually stormed to another Super Bowl title, thanks to the heroics from Patrick Mahomes and the entire gang. I must say that kudos to Mahomes, a black man deciding to rise the highest when it mattered the most. And more importantly, for he and his team, of course, he actually picked up the MVP award. So that Vince Lombardi trophy are actually staying in Kansas. Of course, Tega and Nigeria, they're deciding that he will put Nigeria's flag on the map. And he kept on saying that this is for Africa and this is for Nigeria. So kudos to him there. And Nigeria was fully represented at Super Bowl 57, you must actually say. Yeah. But, of course, as a sportsman, I'm speaking as a sportsman right now, and not as an entertainer.
Marathon runner.
Yeah, Doctor, you must put that in the okay, the reason why I say this is, of course, Rihanna actually headlined the halftime show as usual. For those of us that actually follow the Super Bowl, this is a big deal. And more than any other thing, her pregnancy announcement dominated the performance as against seeing a superlative outing by this showstopper. And more important, some people called her out for also brandishing her makeup line at some point in the Super Bowl, trying to just squeeze that one in.
If so, you will not show it.
I don't know. I don't know.
It was at the very beginning of the performance, so you don't miss it. She just quickly.
She didn't have to do that, but she did it all the same.
Yeah.
Okay, away from that to the Premier League, Manchester City over the course of the weekend decided to close the gap to Arsenal by just 3 points, thanks to that massive win against Aston Villa on the day. Of course, Eka Gundogan once again actually scoring against Aston Villa, and as it stands right now, all eyes are on Wednesday's game when Arsenal takes on Manchester City. It could be Arsenal coming back to second if Manchester City wins, or Arsenal can decide to hold Manchester City to the draw.
Perish the thought.
And let's see what happens. But let's talk about controversies that trailed this weekend.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the head of the PGMOL, talking about Howard Webb, apologized to 3 clubs. Brighton over the weekend, Arsenal, who felt they were wrongfully or they were unjustly undone by the VAR, because you can actually see that particular goal, talking about Brentford's goal. Someone was offside, the referee did not call it, or they said they forgot to draw the line. And clearly the man was offside and it didn't actually go well. Chelsea too, we are at the receiving end, because a lot of people have been illustrating what actually happened and who should be offside and who should not be offside. But for Chelsea, if they could actually help us with the clip, there was a blatant handball by Souček in the build-up to one of the goals, and unfortunate for them, the VAR did not even take a look at that, and people have been calling out the VAR once again for refusing. Okay, this was it there. Souček actually handling the ball. It's rather unfortunate things are happening, and Brighton's own too. It's really sad what is happening in the Premier League. The VAR was meant to correct all these errors and actually nip all these loopholes, but here we are. Here we are. Okay. Quickly, Victor Osimhen, still on the goal scoring trail, red hot streak at the moment. He cannot stop scoring. And over the course of the weekend, he actually got another goal, 17 as it stands right now. He's actually edging closer. And we are hearing that they want to give him a new deal, talking about SSC Napoli, to ensure that they actually weighed off all potential suitors. And finally, Real Madrid won the Club World Cup over the course of the weekend. And it was quite historic for the club, the 5th Club World Cup, a dominant performance ultimately. And Barcelona have actually stretched their lead right now. Real Madrid have a lot of catching up to do. Ancelotti has told the players, but for now, they can revel in the fact that they are world champions.
Congrats, Real Madrid. I mean, they're world champions again. Another thing I'd like to say is about the VAR. Goodness me, you just destroyed football over the weekend. And apologies are not good enough. Apologies are not good enough. They should make due restitution, and points should be added or deducted.
What kind of restitutions can be done?
No, it's as simple as that. If you know that Souček went down, handled the ball in the penalty yard, a penalty should be given. That game should be awarded 3 points to Chelsea. It's as simple as that. Because
but
if
you know that doesn't happen in football.
No, but I'm just saying, as a fan now, because if you don't do that, then justice will not be done. Then the reason for the VAR itself bleeds my heart to pieces, has been defeated. You remember the reason? Frank Lampard's goal in 2010 in South Africa, crossed the line, there was a contention. If the VAR that's supposed to stop more contention is bringing more contention, then the VAR has failed. And people cannot just come out to tell us, hard-suffering football fans, there's some of us, we don't do a lot. Valentine is coming, we don't have VAR. It's only football we watch.
There will be more than enough football. More than enough football with Champions League.
2 questions.
Okay.
Number 1, what's your starting 11 prediction for Manchester City versus Arsenal? What do you predict? Do you think it will be a draw, or it will be an outright win, or it will be an outright win by Man City? And then any news on Christian Atsu? You know, it was reported that he was found injured, but now we've been told they're still looking for him. His wife is appealing, to the authorities in Turkey to do more. Quite unfortunate, quite painful. And I know how people in Ghana must be feeling now. And then beyond that, our brother Dusun Mubusi, who wants to buy Sheffield, is alleging racism. Can that allegation stand? When it is standard practice for the Premier League to scrutinize whoever wants to buy any club in the Premier League, given the experience they had with Roman Abramovich. Okay.
So quickly, first of all, on Christian Atsu, I don't think the Turkish government have actually done well, because the family and the children were alleging that they actually heard the news on TV, that no one even contacted them to tell them that, oh, this boy had been rescued and been taken to the hospital. So they were hearing this as the rest of the world were actually receiving the news, which is unfortunate. And people have actually called out the government of Erdogan and said that they've not done enough. They had prior notice, according to reports, that this was coming some years ago. They should have prepared better. They should have actually anticipated this better. Response should have been quicker. But it's unfortunate, and it's a huge referendum on this presidency now that they are approaching an election year. Away from that, of course, without a doubt, Manchester City do have the momentum right now, and they will know that going into that particular game, if Manchester can win, then Arsenal will have to do the chasing. And usually, no one wants to chase Manchester City because it's almost, Liverpool have paid the price for it. They're still paying the price for it. Let's see what happens tonight in the game between Liverpool and Everton. But I must say that at the moment, you look at all those things and you say to yourself that the sporting world is a gift that keeps giving, I must just say.
I must say kudos to Manchester City that they haven't allowed their off-pitch controversies to affect their on-pitch performance. And so I'm looking forward to it affecting it in the Arsenal game, though.
Yes, so
by the way, let me just put this one in. Some of the 110 financial infringements have been reduced because they said that there were a lot of lapses in judgment. I don't know. Right now, it's almost in shambles.
We have to go now. Maybe tomorrow you talk about our brother Dozie.
Oh, yes.
Who wants to buy Sheffield United, but we've run out of time.
Always a pleasure.